Hi. Hi, everybody. Well, oh my God. Did you see that? Did you see that? It fell out of my ear. All right. So tonight on tap is Take Me Home Tonight by Eddie Money. And we'll talk about why in a second. Well, of course, we love Eddie Money, but why not start off with an Eddie Money song? Yeah, 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 yeah. Come on, everybody, sing it now. Take me home tonight. I feel the hunger. It's a hunger that tries to keep a man awake at night. Are you the answer? I shouldn't wonder when I can feel you at my appetite. With all the power you're releasing, it isn't safe to walk the city streets alone. Anticipation's running through me. Let's find the keys and turn this engine on. I can feel you breathing. I could feel your heartbeat faster. Everybody now, ready? Take me home tonight. I don't wanna let you go till you see the light. Take me home tonight. Listen, all you just like Ronnie sang. Be my little baby. Oh, 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 oh. I can't do anymore. And my earplugs keep falling out. They're not earplugs. They're so not earplugs. They're earbuds. What the heck? Why am I calling them earbuds? Well, hello. Happy Friday to Nancy and to Eunice. Hi. What's going on? Where's my other earplug? So I picked an Eddie Money song because do you guys actually believe that today, September 13th of 2024, it's been 5 years since Eddie Money left this earth, and it's just hard to believe because I feel like I just talked about his passing. I feel like that just happened. His family is amazing. His wife Lori has done an absolutely amazing job keeping Eddie's memories alive. And if you are not part of the Eddie Money Facebook page, I highly suggest you go and you hit that like thing. What is it on Facebook? You like the page, you follow the page, just go do it now because she shares some pretty epic stories about Eddie, about her and Eddie, Eddie and her and the family, and the pictures that she posts are just so iconic. And she really takes all of us behind the scenes with her family and with Eddie, and she shares some really, really touching and funny stories too, because of course Eddie Money was a riot. He was just a funny guy, and his music will, of course, live on forever. So go ahead, follow the Eddie Money Facebook page as soon as you can, and just enjoy the ride because Lori puts a lot of hard work into that page. And she puts a lot of hard work into, like I said, keeping Eddie's memories alive. She does a great job at that. And also today, the Money family released a brand new song. Eddie sadly never got to hear the finished product, but it is called Stay With Me. I downloaded the song. It is great. It's a touching, touching song. I highly suggest you go and you download that right now. It is on my page. It's also, of course, on the Eddie Money Facebook page. And I have to say, of course, I got chills when I was first listening to it because the crazy thing is, like I said, he never got to hear the finished product. So go ahead, check it out. Stay With Me by the late and great Mr. Eddie Money. So 5 years he's been gone, but he is still alive within our hearts. And like I said, it is Friday the 13th, everybody. I can't believe it. The middle of September. We were just talking about this. Like, what? What? It is the middle of September. Hello to Patty Taylor. She's in Cleveland at the Billy Joel and Rod Stewart concert. Okay, wait a minute. So Billy Joel and Rod Stewart together. Seriously? That's incredible. That is what a ticket. You enjoy that show, Patty. Wow, imagine that. Now, Billy Joel did just mention that he's doing some shows. Let me check that out. Hold on a moment. Let's see. Billy Joel, I believe he just released that like a couple of days ago. Billy Joel. Because he's done it, Madison Square, right? Yep, he is coming to Mohegan Sun on February 22nd. Cleveland tonight, Huntington Bank Field. That is where Patty Taylor is, everybody, just so you know. And he's still got a bunch of dates for the rest of this year. Let's see. He's got a bunch. Going to be in California and Texas, Nevada. He's going all over the place, Billy Joel. He's a piano man. That's right. That's right, Mr. Billy Joel. Hello, Laura. How are you? And Eunice said she's going to Florida next Friday for 10 days. Her dad is 90. But Eunice said he is declining quick. Well, you know what, Eunice? You get there, hug him, love him, and you spend every single blessed minute with your dad and sending love to you and to him as well. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? And sending love to my best buddy Michelle too. I'm not going to get into that, but sending her lots of love and prayers and all kinds of things. She is my pal, my confidant, and I love her very, very much. And she's going through a little bit of a rough time. Well, a lot of a rough time right now. So I just want to say I love you, and you will be on the other side of this very, very soon. I promise you. And let's see what else is going on. It's hot as blazes here in Rhode Island today. I will tell you that next week I will be actually officiating my best friend Michelle's son's wedding, which is insane. And I keep, saying to myself, "Don't cry." Like, isn't that ridiculous? Because he was this. Michelle and I have been friends since junior high school, so of course I held her baby boy and. We've been through a lot together. So the fact that I am marrying him, I hope he knows he's doing the right thing with me officiating the wedding, not with his wife to be, with me doing the ceremony. But it's just such a wild, wild, circle of life type of thing. And I'm so excited to do it. I am ramped up, let me tell you. But then on the other hand, I'm like, please don't get emotional. Don't get emotional. Just you can get this done. It's gonna be fine. I think it's gonna be more so I'm gonna be so excited that I'm gonna need to chill the F out because it's just such a cool honor for me to be doing this that I can't even I really can't explain it. So I'm very, very excited about that. Obviously, I got my grays covered up. Had to do that. I got my hair, got a little trim a couple of days ago to prepare for the big day. Can't be going to get your hair done just before a big event because what if they screw it up? I mean, the woman I go to is a class act. She would never do that. I've been going to her for over 20 years, but you just never know. Like what? Oh, sorry, I burnt a hole in your head. Like how would you know? How would you know? Eunice, yes, I will be marrying my best friend's son and his wife to be. So I'm very excited. So Patty said, incredible early birthday present from my girls. Like, how nice is that? Billy Joel and Rod Stewart. Go give them a big kiss, would you? Jump on the stage. Let's see if they notice and just jump on their backs or something. So, Bon Jovi, yeah, we'd be talking about him and we be talking. What is that language that I have? We be talking about him. No, we will be talking about John Bon Jovi in a little bit, as well as many, many other things. Sometimes as I'm preparing for the show throughout the week, I'm like, like a couple of weeks ago, there really was not a lot to talk about. This week, there's a ton. There's just a tremendous amount to talk about. So, yeah, buckle up. Hey, Sandra, how are you? And Eunice said, am I a what? Am I a what, Eunice? What do you mean? I'm an officiant. I am not a priestess. I am not a well, I guess am I a reverend? I guess so. Yeah, yeah, I am. I've married many, many, many people. So, yeah, it's pretty fun. And I gotta tell like, the best part of the whole ceremony seriously, I'm not even kidding. The best part of the whole ceremony is when I pronounce them husband and wife and wife, husband and husband, whatever the situation may be. When I say those words, I swear to you, it is like the rush of emotion every single time. And there is not a time that hasn't happened, but every single time, I just feel like, "Oh my gosh, I just did that. I just did that." And I hope everyone's still married. That's all I can say. I hope everybody's still married. So listen, tonight is a prosecco night because tomorrow I have a big yard sale day because I can't next weekend. So cheers to everybody. Happy Friday. Oh my gosh, my dinner was so good tonight. Can I just tell you? So a couple weeks ago, had a little something for baby Sienna, my granddaughter, by the way, in case, for those of you who don't know. And I made a whole bunch of food and I had a bunch of lemon chicken left. So I bagged it up and I froze it. Because sometimes, you just put it all in a container, you put it in the fridge, and then you don't end up eating it. Well, I said, you know what? This time I'm freezing all the leftovers so then I can have it at another time. And man, that's what I had tonight. I had the leftover lemon chicken. It wasn't really leftover. I mean, it was just not eaten. Now I ate it. And leftover mashed potatoes from the other night and Market Basket frozen corn. Now, can I just it's sweet corn. Their frozen corn is so good. It's so good. And you know what? I like when I burn a couple on the bottom of the pan because it's like, I don't know, it just has a nice flavor to it. But I know. Why am I buying frozen vegetables when we still have fresh vegetables? I got to tell you what, Market Basket frozen vegetables, I think, are just as good, if not better than fresh. And it's so much cheaper. Their frozen broccoli, I eat it all the time. I have gas all the time. Like I have a problem. But it's, because broccoli is very gassy. Let's be real. But it's so good for you and it's so yummy. But then if you make broccoli, I put olive oil on it and then I put shredded cheese and I melt the cheese on the broccoli. Oh, I can't. It is just delicious. Happy birthday to Sandra coming up this Tuesday. That's awesome. So happy birthday to you. And let's see. Da, da, da. Nancy says, I get the corn on the cob at Market Basket. I cook it in the air fryer. So I had an air fryer, right? Hey, Carol Jean, how are you? Nice to see ya. It's been a while, right? You're just so busy. You got a lot going on. So thank you for being here. But an air fryer, I had an air fryer, and my daughter's like, "Oh, you got to get another air fryer." I said, "But I personally, it was just another piece of equipment on my kitchen counter that I really didn't use." Now, a lot of people swear by it. I'm an oven girl. What can I say? But a lot of people swear by an air fryer, and gosh dang it, there are so many recipes on TikTok and everywhere for desserts in the air fryer and vegetables. You crisp them up, and they're just it's insane how many things you can do in an air fryer. But I'm like, I'm never going to use it, and I didn't. I had it for a while. My son and his wife Kendra gave me one. They weren't using theirs anymore because they had gotten a new one, and I just didn't use it. So it is what it is. And Carol Jean says, I know it's been a while. It's crazy busy, but you know what? You're here now. So thank you for being here. And what else is going on? So I got tons of yard sales to go to tomorrow, which is quite exciting, like a lot. And my friend Sue texted me a little while ago. She goes, oh my gosh, there's just another big one that just popped up. And I said, this is the time of year they all happen and they all just flood the market. You just can't even get to them all. That's how many there are. But it's good. It's good. And honestly, it's just so fun. I say it every week, but I just really look forward to it. And it's just a good time. Really, really, really. And I hope you guys had an amazing week. I hope you have something really fun planned for this weekend. What else do we have going on? I don't know. I don't think much of anything else. I just have a lot of preparing to do for the week ahead. And that's about it. And then we have a really exciting weekend next weekend. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. So let's go ahead. Let's just jump into all of this news that we have coming up. My goodness. Now, this again, I'm reading all of these stories for real with you guys. I have not read anything. I'm reacting to everything because I figure we can all just learn about what is going on together. Now, this I was so sad when I read this. Patty Scialfa, Bruce Springsteen's wife and E Street bandmate, reveals that she has blood cancer. That is just so heartbreaking. So, I guess she was diagnosed in 2018 with multiple myeloma, a form of blood cancer. She did just address her diagnosis in the brand new documentary Road Diary, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, and that just came out 4 days ago when this article was just posted the same day, probably because of the information the journalist got from the documentary, and this is from variety.com. So the documentary premiered last Sunday night at the Toronto Film Festival, and it took a long look at Bruce Springsteen and everyone he's collaborated with, well, pretty much everyone. And Patty let everyone know that it has been very difficult for her to perform due to her illness. So she has taken a step back from touring. Patty said, and I quote, "This affects my immune system, so I have to be careful what I choose to do and where I choose to go. Every once in a while, I come to a show or two and I can sing a few songs on stage, and that's been a treat. So that's the new normal for me right now, and I'm okay with that." And Patty did not attend the premiere on Sunday night. She is 71 years old, and she has been with the E Street Band since 1984, and her and Bruce married in 1991. Patty was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of the E Street Band in 2014. And Road Diary, she said that performing on stage with her husband offers the audience a side of our relationship that you usually don't get to see. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Let's see where that is available. Let's see. Road Diary. Road Diary, Bruce Springsteen. If we can even watch it on the telly, I don't know. Let's see, where can you watch? Where to watch? Where can I watch it? Let's see. Disney and Hulu on October 25th. Thank goodness I have Hulu. So, Disney Plus. Sorry about that. So, Disney Plus and Hulu on October 25th. So that'll be an interesting watch for sure. And it features footage from Springsteen's latest world tour and a very intimate look at the backstage planning. And Bruce also, and this was the title of one of the articles that I had pulled up, he talks about mortality. And let's see, all these ads just keep popping up. It's so ridiculous. Let's see. And I'm reading this from billboard.com, and it says that we see under the hood of arguably the best live performer in rock and roll as the boss meticulously shakes the cobwebs off his colossal band in preparation for their 2023-2024 world tour. And he was not on the road for 6 whole years. And it says because of the global pandemic, but I don't think that lasted for 6 years. So I'm not sure why he was off the road for that length of time. He turned 70 during that point in time that he was off the road. And the set list that he chose was to let the audience know who I am at this point. And it says that Road Diary is a film to show everybody how to be respectful and get the best out of the people who work for you. You really don't hear anything about people who work for Bruce Springsteen. I mean, do you really hear anything? You hear stuff from other bands, but you really don't hear much about Bruce Springsteen personnel. Let's see. On the red carpet before the screening, Zimney told Billboard. Now, who is Zimney? Zimney is. Oh, he was the director. He directed some of Bruce's other documentaries. He said he was hoping with the film to give the casual fan a sense of Bruce, but also the uber fan approach. What I wanted to show was there's elements of a brotherhood that you see in how they first greet each other. Nothing is staged. None of it is rehearsed. I sat there for days filming them, and what came across from me and what I think is unique compared to the other docs was this musical language that they have where they work out songs. So I think the big surprise is how deep that bond is. You see in the footage, and then you see them share that with the crowds. And that's kind of cool. I mean, it is nice to get a behind the scenes look of a band that we love because you just don't know. And why am I thinking Madonna? I'm thinking Madonna, but you have to wonder if anything of hers was staged, even behind the scenes, because I feel like she's such an actress and she is such a performer that I don't know. I feel like it wouldn't be real. I don't know. That's just my own feeling. I could be completely wrong. And let's see. So, Bruce's current mindset is about facing his own mortality. He's the only surviving member of his first band, the Castiles, which he joined at the age of 16. To the terrible blows to the E Street Band when Clarence Clemens and Danny Federici died too young in 2011 and 2008, respectively. And the final scene of Springsteen dancing with his mom, Adele, who died in February at the age of 98. What a wonderful life she must have lived, though. But Springsteen is now 74, and he's feeling nostalgic, contemplative, appreciative, and a little bit melancholy. Well, absolutely, because his wife is battling this terrible, terrible illness. And let's see, they do talk about Patty a bit here, which we recently talked about. And it says, it's no surprise to any Springsteen fan, given the still jubilant nature of his live shows, which, I've read that he does put on a great live show. And they're long. They're like 3 hours long. So he definitely gives you, I mean, even though his tickets are quite pricey, he gives you a great show for your money, depending on how much you're paying. If you're paying, what were we talking about months ago? $7,000, $8,000 for a ticket. Crazy. And he said that after 50 years on the road, it's too late to stop now, which is true. Like you've been doing this for so long. I would think, he's just going to keep doing it until he can't do it no more. Halise, how are you? Happy Friday. And Patty said, Kiki, great video this week on Kiki Room. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. And for those of you who do not follow me on that channel, that's my newer channel. It's called Kiki Room, and that's just a personal vlog channel. And I actually still have to put together, oh my gosh, I have so many clips, from when Al and I went to the Woodstock Fair, Labor Day weekend in Woodstock, Connecticut. And I have to say, I think we were just tired because I'm just exhausted. We were walking around. It was so hot. But, there's nothing like a good fair. Nothing like it. And our daughter is coming in from Texas in a few days. And she goes, oh, we're going to the Big E. Well, not me, her and her friends or whatever. Like, are you nuts? Like, sit down for a minute. She cannot sit still. She is exactly like Al and I used to be. For real. Like, we could never sit still. And she is the spitting image of both of us. So, I mean, the Big E from our house is, I don't know. I think it took us a couple of hours to get there. and then you have to sit in traffic. Like, don't get me wrong. The Big E, for those of you who have been, we went for the first time a couple of years ago. We saw Styx in the pouring rain, but dang, what a show. That was a great show. It was so good. We had so much fun. But it's so big. Like, the Big E is really big. And you got to be ready to travel it. Like, I know that we did not see half of it. For reals. Like, we didn't see half of it. I kept looking at Al going, like, where do we go now? And what do we do? And it's just I don't it was a lot. It was a lot, but very cool, and they put a lot of work into it, and it lasts for what, a month or something like that? I'm not going this year, but she wants to go, so good for her. And let's see. So yeah. So just crazy. So let us know what you guys are doing this weekend in the comments. We know Patty Taylor is at Billy Joel and Rod Stewart, which is so neat. Oh, I just gotta talk about my eyelashes. So I sent my daughter a picture. I said, my eyelashes have gotten so long. I'm not selling anything, not sponsored. I started using castor oil around my eyes at night because, of course, I saw a TikTok video saying you should do this with frankincense oil. I'm like, I thought the three wise men just had frankincense. Like, I didn't think that was even a thing. But guess what? It's a thing. Frankincense oil is really a thing. So I got castor oil and frankincense oil. I just put half and half into a little roller thing, a little roller bottle that the castor oil came with. And I've been using that in my eyes every night. But in turn, it's made my eyelashes grow. I don't even know if you can see. Like, can you see? Wait, if I do that, like if I do that, you can see. Can you see? I look like a crazy person. My eyelashes are so long. No, really. I was putting my mascara on today and I'm going, wait a minute. Wow. Because I don't wear makeup every day. Why I don't need to. But today when I'm putting it on, I'm going, what happened to my eyelashes? Like they're really, really long. But I do think, when we're talking about it, I was talking about it with Kat. I think I'm gonna wear some, some false eyelashes for the wedding, just to bulk them up a little bit. You know what I mean? And I like me a good eyelash. I would never get extensions though, because I feel like my body is so fragile, being almost 60, and I don't want anything falling out that doesn't need to. And I feel like if I were to get extensions, my eyelashes would fall out and probably my hair, just because I'm so sensitive now. I'm not sensitive. Like, I'm not sensitive, but my body parts are. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to just be careful. Just like I literally, oh my gosh, we've been talking about this for years, I feel like, here on this channel, but I try to sleep on the back of my head so I don't sleep on my face so I don't destroy what little bit I have left. But I telling you, man, in the middle of the night, I just want a good side sleep. I just want, and I will do it. I'll just like, and it's always this side and this side. It's like, oh, it's terrible. And I just want to, and I do, and it feels so good. Like when I turn my head to the side on my pillow, it feels good right now. I don't know what it is. If I could, I used to sleep on my stomach. I did that. I'm not going to do anymore because that is a face killer. There is no question about it. Because like my face would be smushed up into my scalp in the morning, and I have to say, not doing that anymore has definitely made a little bit of preservation difference. Oh my gosh, Rond is in the house. What's going on? Nancy said, I'm going to my great nephew's birthday party tomorrow. And how old is he going to be? There's nothing like a birthday party because you get cake. And Al brought me home. Oh my gosh. So he did a live broadcast and it sounded so good.
Thank you.
The other night at our friends at Flat River Tavern. And I had this in my head this morning and I have to talk about them for a minute. So in Coventry, Rhode Island, that's where we're from, there is a great sponsor of our station, Flat River Tavern. So Al did a live broadcast from there the other night. And Justin Pomfret, he is a local musician, but he has a huge following. Everybody loves him. So Al was, broadcasting him playing. I'm like, that sounds so good. This was like the first live broadcast Al did, and it sounded really good. And Justin's a cool dude, and he has nice hats. Like he has a very actually I'm thinking of one hat in particular. He looks like a showman. Like he looks like he should be in Sticks. Okay. So Flat River Tavern, our friends Donna and Keith, they were celebrating Keith's birthday. Now I just have to say, and you let me know if there are any local restaurants or any local places near you that do things like this. So Donna and Keith, owners of the Flat River Tavern in Coventry, Rhode Island. I feel like I'm really talking Rhode Islandish right now because I'm dropping my R's and I apologize. They are so geared toward our vets. They are constantly giving the vets a break on food. They do free buffets. They do events where, if you're a vet, you don't have to pay for your meal. They are so vet focused. I mean, I guess that's where that's going. And I don't know of any other business locally that does that. And I have to say that our vets, you know, they get screwed. So, and you hear some pretty crummy stories, but I have to say, when you hear a business giving back to our vets who, have fought for us and fought for our country, you got to go and support these people because that's what it's all about. I mean, they are the basis of why we are here and why we have what we have. So I just want to say thank you to Donna and Keith, owners of the Flat River Tavern in Coventry, Rhode Island, for just constantly giving back. Like Al was telling me, oh, they gave a discount for vets on, at the event that I just did. I'm like, but they always do that. I think that is just applaudable. It's applaudable. And, you know, grateful. And just know, now, I'm not a vet, but I'm very grateful for all of our vets. Our great dear friend John, Sue's husband, he's a vet. I'm grateful for each and every one of you who have served in our military. So, any business that supports our vets, I say go and support them because you don't hear about that a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Flat River Tavern. And thank you to any business who supports our veterans. And there's my soapbox moment for right now. Who knows? There might be another one throughout the evening. I don't know. We'll see. Nancy said, oh, Nancy watched it. She said the video was great. I didn't even see any. I didn't even see any of the video. I was so busy. Rhonda said Rock and Brews does that for vets, fire, police, discounts 20 to 25%. Do you see what I'm saying? So if a Rock and Brews is near you, go and support them. That's what it's all about. That's, we don't see enough of that. We really, truly don't. So whenever there is a business supporting our vets, go and support that business. Thank you. Happy Friday. All right, what is the next story? So Kansas, I have not seen Kansas in concert. Is that a shame? Ain't that a shame? Who sang that? Was it Chuck Berry? Chuck. Ain't Chubby Checker. Chubby Checker. Wait a minute. It's got to be Chubby Checker. Ain't that a shame? Fats Domino. I'm wrong on all counts. Ain't that a shame? I was like totally a 50s doo-wop follower at one stage in my life. I've been through a lot of different stages. Not really a country stage, though. But I do want to learn Jelly Roll songs. I do. I have to because I love that guy. He's great. Anywho, so longtime bassist of Kansas, this is from rttnews.com. He has left Kansas. And Dan McGowan, who has been serving as Billy's substitute on stage for many, many shows during this year, is going to be a permanent member of the band. Now, McGowan, he is the singer and guitarist for the band called the Tea Club. With his musical partner and brother Patrick McGowan, the Tea Club have independently released 5 albums since 2008, and their sixth one will be out later this year. This year's almost over. I apologize. I have like burpees in my. That's ridiculous. You know what? It came from the chicken or the corn. I'm saying, let's say the corn. Maybe the mashed potato. The mashed potatoes were so good. Do you ever eat leftover mashed potatoes? I don't, but I had some left over from the shepherd's pie that I made the other day. Leftover mashed potatoes are nothing to sneeze at. Like, you shouldn't overlook leftover mashed potatoes. You should make them and save them and eat them at a later time because they're really good. You know what I did? I put cream cheese and sour cream in my mashed potatoes with a stick of butter. Shut up, I know. Al's probably cringing right now because he can only eat margarine. But what's a little butter? But butter's better anyway than margarine, to be quite honest. I think margarine's silly. I feel like margarine is made with plastic. I feel like margarine is just not good for you. But if the doctor tells you to do it, you shouldn't really listen to everything. Well, all right, listen. If you have to listen to your doctor, you go ahead. But I think that like some things you just have to kind of take with a grain of salt, if you know what I'm saying. If you have a lot of margarine or a little bit of butter, I bet the little bit of butter is okay. It's all right. You're going to be fine. That's what I think anyway. That's my own personal philosophy about butter. I love butter. Yeah, so the mashed potatoes left over, really, really good. Anyway, so Dan McGowan is very happy to be joining Kansas, and he said that I am deeply aware of the gigantic shoes I will be filling. Dave Hope and Billy Greer are among the best musicians in rock history. I want the fans to know that I love the music of Kansas and I hold it in highest reverence. I am committed to doing justice to the band's incredible legacy, and I am so grateful for this unbelievable opportunity. Greer, who joined a reformed Kansas lineup in 1985, recently retired mid tour after being in the band for about 40 years. Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. I feel like Carol Burnett when I do that. In the wind. When she had the curtains on and like the big curtain rod. Oh my gosh. I love her. She was so funny. I used to watch her show all the time. The Carol Burnett show. I can't. She cracked me up. So let's see. Rhonda said Kansas has no original members now. Yeah, like many bands don't, right? It's true. And Nancy said, I make my mashed potatoes the same way as you, Kiki. I'm telling you, that is cream cheese, sour cream, stick of butter. You don't even need the potatoes. Who needs the potatoes when you have all that goodness mixed up together? Oh, it's so good. Girl, if you don't put cream cheese at least in your mashed potatoes, you gotta check yourself. You gotta figure it out because that is the key. That is the key to successful mashed potatoes. Laura said I'm on a roll today. I'm on a roll some days, Laura. You know, Al makes me tone it down sometimes, but I'm just gonna let it go. I'm letting it go, man. We're just letting it go. Sour cream, cream cheese, and all. Let's move on. Shantwy on this Friday. All right, let's see. Oh, I saw this. Oh, come on. Are you going to make me sign up? I can't stand you. Google. All right, I got to look up a free article. Hold on. Hold, please. I don't think I could ever wear Lady Gaga's clothes. Like, her clothes are intense. Justin Timberlake's only 43. Doesn't he look older? I'm just saying. He's been through a lot. He's still cute though. Like, I just think he's awesome. All right. Oh, here we go. Fox News isn't gonna charge me for nothing. They're gonna say, "Come read my article for free." So Justin Timberlake, he pleaded guilty to impaired driving after his DWI arrest. He was in court Friday. Is that today? Because this just popped up. Yeah, that's right. It happened today, Friday the 13th, baby. So he pleaded guilty to the lesser charge of driving while ability impaired. What is that? Ability impaired. I'm not able to do this, so I'm impaired. Well, clearly, if you were drinking, you're just impaired or you're just drunk. Just saying. I've literally had not much. I'm just look it, and it was only up to here, but I'm having a little more now. Well, I'm reading the Justin Timberlake story. That's so not right. It's fine. It's fine. I wonder if he still drinks. That's a question because you know what? Listen. So I watch The Real Housewives. I only watch Beverly Hills, Orange County, and New Jersey. I do not watch the others. I just don't. I just never got into them. And like that's too many nights of watching Real Housewives. Like to be completely honest, I think the Real Housewives are kind of running their gamut. I think their gamut is almost gammuted because it's just like in the beginning, the Real Housewives were really good. I mean, it was just captivating and raw and real. And now it's just so not real. And I feel like even though you're getting paid really good money to be on this show, and supposedly, I mean, the fights are real, the disagreements are real. Like, I don't think I would want to live my life that way. I would not want to get paid to be pissed off at somebody. I just wouldn't because what a horrible way to be every day. Because you know what? You're going to carry that with you. You know, there's going to be a time when you should be happy, but you're so pissed off at what so and so did to you that you're going to get mad at your cat or your dog because you're mad at what Gina did. And then you're going to take it out on little Roxy over there. And you shouldn't do that. So I wouldn't be on the show. I can't anyway. I'm poor. So they don't want me. They don't want me. So I would never be on there anyway, so I don't have that problem. But I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't want to get paid to be miserable. You know what I mean? And really, these people are just so anyway, so my point was really Shannon Bedore, who I really like her. I do. And she's getting such a crap end of the stick. If you watch The Real Housewives of Orange County, you know what I'm talking about. So she was arrested on a DUI. Was it last year? I think it was last year. And she still drinks, but she's not driving. Now, I don't know the extent of her issues, okay? So I'm not friends with Shannon. I don't know. But now, like in last night's show, they go, she shouldn't be drinking. Look at all the stuff she's done. Well, it's really her life. And if that's what she wants to continue to do, even though she went through a lot with her DUI and she wants to still drink, well, then she's a big woman. Not a big woman. She's an adult. She can do what she wants. But Justin Timberlake, you just have to like, so does he still drink? It's kind of a question because I like to pose questions. I like to know these things, but I don't think he's going to tell me because I don't know Justin. I just know him from here. I just know him from foxnews.com. That's all I know. So anyway, he was given community service 25 to 40 hours. Now, what does that mean? What is 25 to 40 hours? So is he doing 25 hours of community service or is he doing 40 hours of community service or is he doing 32 and a half hours of community service? What does that mean? Well, if he wants to do 25, we'll let him do 25 because he's got a show to do. And then we'll just sign off on it. Well, what does that mean? That's not really fair to Joe Blow or Susan Shadoodle, who they have to do community service, but they have a hardcore set 40 hours. They don't have a show to do. I don't know. I don't understand that. So Timberlake reached a plea agreement with prosecutors before the hearing. Of course, they didn't release details of the agreement because why would they? They will eventually. Someone will leak them because that's just what happens. But a person with knowledge of the deal. See? I'm just reading this right now. There's always a person, always a snitch. I don't like snitches. I think snitches should not exist. It's wrong. I don't snitch. I'll see something unless it's really bad. Like if I think someone's going to get hurt or in trouble, I will of course say something, but I don't snitch. If I see something that's questionable and like I said, it's not hurting anybody, I'm not getting that person in trouble. But there are a lot of snitches in this world, and I don't like you. And I don't care if you don't like me. But don't snitch. Because you know why? It always comes back and it's going to get you. It's going to get you. And you know who you are. Anyway, here we go. So, Timberlake has agreed to admit to the lesser offense of driving while ability impaired, a traffic violation that carries a $300 to $500 fine and a 90-day license suspension. But he's Justin Timberlake. He's really rich. He doesn't need to drive. He can just hire a driver for 3 months. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Or who's his wife? Jessica Biel? Who's his wife? Oh my gosh, now I have to look it up. I don't know. I don't know everything. I don't. Especially especially with entertainment news. I should. I know some things, but I don't know everything. Jessica Biel. Okay, I was on point with that. I have this one hair. One. Or is it one of my big long eyelashes? I don't know. So, but look at him. He looks sad. Let's just I'm going to show you. Oh, get out of here. These ads that pop up, I can't stand it. We got to show you Justin. Then we go here. See him? Look at him. He looks angry. Or maybe just the sun is in his eyes. I don't know. But does he not look older than, is he 43? Did I say that? I don't know. I don't know. But it's okay, Justin. We still love you. We still love you. Is there anything else to say? I don't know about Justin. Oh, he made a public apology and he has to do a drunk driving PSA as required in the plea agreement. Well, that's great. He'll probably turn it into like some short film, which is cool. That's good. And let's see. He went on to say, so I don't know how many of you were in the courtroom and heard what I had to say in the courtroom, but I'll reiterate that and say this to you. Many of you have probably been covering me for a lot of my life. And as you may know, I try to hold myself to a very high standard for myself. And he has. I mean, Justin, let's face it, you never heard really anything bad about the guy except for the Janet Jackson boobgate incident. Like it was planned, it wasn't planned. She didn't want her boob shown during the Super Bowl. You just don't know. But anyway, back to this. And this was not that. I found myself in a position where I could have made a different decision, but I've had some time to reflect on that. He went on to say, and I also understand by, the fact that all of you are here, that I have a platform, you have a platform, we share that platform. Clearly, we have a platform. And so, what I like to say to everyone watching and listening, even if you've had one drink, don't get behind the wheel of a car. There's so many alternatives. Call a friend, take an Uber. There's many travel apps. Take a taxi. He's right. He's absolutely right. And he went on to say, this is a mistake that I made, but I'm hoping that whoever's watching and listening right now can learn from this mistake. I know that I certainly have. And like I said, even one drink, don't get behind the wheel of a car. I agree with him. And he still said, I also said this in the courtroom before, but I grew up in a small town, so I can appreciate and understand the strain or unique nature that this must have been on the people of Sag Harbor. Very nice place, by the way. But I just want to say to everyone who's been involved, from everyone in the courtroom to everyone outside, including the police department, that I'm very grateful and I thank them. And I guess in closing, I'd like to say we can all be more safe out there. That's the truth. People drive like maniacs. I'm just saying. and I'm going to do my part. I hope that everyone else does their part, and thank you very much. So that was from Justin Timberlake, and, it doesn't change my opinion on Justin. I really like him. I think he's a very, very, very talented individual, and everyone makes a mistake. We're not perfect. That was a conversation I was having with someone today, and it's true. Like, we're not perfect. Nothing is perfect. Social media makes things seem like they're perfect and seem like they are just, oh my gosh, I have gazillions of dollars. My life is great. But yet, and as someone on my YouTube channel keeps saying, and it's true, pulling back the curtain. If you do pull back the curtain, you'll probably find some stuff and go, ew, it's not that pretty, is it? It's just not that pretty. And snitches, you know who you are. Suck me. But anyway, so let's see. It was a good statement. I think so too, Laura. And Kathy Waddle is here, and she's going to see Striper. That's a big one. Is it Michael Sweet? And he wants to, I don't know, does he want to be Lady Gaga? He wants her to sing his songs or something. Again, I'm not diving deep because I wait for it here. Well, let's look it up. Let's look it up. I know he wants something going on with Lady Gaga. All right, Michael Sweet, Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga. My poker face, my poker face. All right, so. Oh, okay. This was on. It's not gonna. Give me a break. Of course, it doesn't let me do that. Oh, he sent a message to Lady Gaga. I just like saying that, Lady Gaga. All right, now, are you going to let me go do the page down? Fuck. I just swore in Italian. I hope you didn't hear that. Maybe you did. I wonder if AI knows that is a swear word in Italian. I don't know. Okay, let's try this one. Oh, good. Okay. Striper's Michael Sweet sends a message to Lady Gaga about a potential collab. Read the details. Of course, they're making me go somewhere else. I can't. Oh my gosh. Just give me the article. Thank you. Did you give me the article? Let's see. Okay. So I guess Michael went on Instagram. He shared a picture of Lady Gaga with a Striper shirt on. And his caption read, "Is Striper Lady Gaga approved? It appears so. Maybe we'll do a song with her someday soon. I know you all would love that." And some fans hated the idea that Striper would collaborate with a pop singer. Get over it. Like, so what? I think that would be cool. I mean, come on. Some really loved it since she loves metal. She loves everything Lady Gaga is into. Everything and anything, and she can sing anything. She's like Miley Cyrus. Like Miley Cyrus, stop it. I love her. She is, I mean, she can do every classic rock song now and make it great. She's just freaking amazing. And I think Lady Gaga is the same way. Her dad listened to you and all the other 80s metal bands. He taught her well. A user wrote, "Some people's comments are so judgmental. I think she has an amazing voice." Someone else said, "I love Lady Gaga. I think she's great." I know it's Gaga, but I like saying Gaga. It sounds like a baby. Dave Grohl. We're going to be talking about him a little bit too. And it goes on to say, it wouldn't be a surprise if they collaborated because she did do a song with Marilyn Manson. She performed with Metallica, the Rolling Stones, and she was even seen, oh my gosh, wearing rock shirts like Iron Maiden and Slayer. Well, rock shirts are a thing. I have so many. I'm like, I got to start wearing them or selling them. Like, I have a lot. I have a ton. Let's see. So Elise said, "I'm seeing Robert Downey Jr. in a play in Manhattan on September 29th. That's exciting. That's on a Sunday. That's pretty cool. Robert Downey Jr. He's cute too." All right. So let's move on to the next thing and share. Y'all know I love me some Cher. I love her. She does not look her age. How old is she now? 77, 75. Let's see. How old is Cher? How old is Cher? Do you hate when I read that out? Like oh my God. She's not 75. She's not 77. She's 78. What the heck? Where if I could turn back time, like where has it gone? What? She looks so good. How does not for nothing. Let's just think about it for 1 second. All right, let's just talk about this, right? You can do a lot with your body. Botox, fillers, skin stretching, skin reduction, fat transfer, facelifts, eye lifts, eyelid lifts. I mean, pull, tuck, push, pull. I don't know. You can do so many things, but not for nothing. She looks really good. Because let's be real, there are some celebrities who are old and they just don't look that good. But Cher, whoever is, I don't want to say doing her, but whoever is maintaining Cher's look, dang, like she's paying a lot because she looks perfect. And Al and I saw her a few years ago at TD Garden. I'm thinking 4 years ago, and we were right there. Dude, I know like you can do stuff with tape. You can pull, you can suck everything back. But she really looked good. I mean, I don't know. You're getting close to 80, not a freaking wrinkle. How do you do that? And you can tell when people are overfilled. You just watch some folks on the telly and you go, "Ooh, their face is large." Like that they're blown up like a balloon because they're trying to spread out and smooth out those wrinkles and it just doesn't look good. But Cher looks perfect. Like she's got the bone structure, she's got the chiseled look. She looks really good. So, I don't know. So Kathy Waddle wants to know if we're having a birthday party for Al in November. I should invite Neil Sean because they were born in the same year. First of all, Neil would never come to my party. And second of all, he would never come to my party. Even if I had a virtual party and invited him, he wouldn't come. He doesn't like me. And it's fine. It's okay. It's really okay. I'm okay with it. I've learned to accept it. My life is better now. I'm just kidding. It's fine. But Al is going to be 70 years old this year, and that's kind of hard to believe. And he looks pretty good. He is definitely well preserved. He does not look his age. I don't think so. I mean, I see him every day, but he looks good. He looks good. And he doesn't get any facial surgery. He doesn't have Botox. He doesn't have fillers. He hasn't had a facelift. He hasn't had a thread lift. Nothing. He hasn't had liposuction. I would like liposuction. I would. That's one thing I would get. I would totally get it. Sandra, thank you. See, she said Al doesn't look it. He doesn't. He looks really good for his age. He's doing good. But Cher at almost 80. Like dang. But anyway, so Cher, I was talking about Cher. She withdrew her bid for conservatorship over her son Elijah Blue Almond's financial structure. And they finally reached an agreement in private mediation. Now let's see what that is all about. Elijah Blue Almond is a recovering drug addict, and he won his bitter legal fight to stop his mom from taking control of his life. And I guess this has been going on for about a year. It came to an end today after Cher filed a notice to withdraw her bid for a conservatorship of her son at a Los Angeles Superior Court. And in a brief court hearing held via Zoom, oh my goodness, this name, Judge Jessica, oh my gosh, Uskatagui? Uskatagui? I don't know. I apologize. I It's a long name. Formally dismissed the petition, telling lawyers for both parties, congratulations to all of you. Now, neither Cher nor Elijah appeared in person or via video at the hearing. But how do you know they weren't watching? They could have been. You just wouldn't know that they were there. So, Allman, son of the late Greg Allman, was very much opposed to a conservatorship when his mom petitioned the court late last year to have one. And let's see. The judge refused to dismiss Cher's case altogether, continuing her petition until this week, giving Allman a chance to prove he's a responsible citizen and providing the mother and son the opportunity to meet in a private mediation session with a retired judge to resolve their differences. They did. They did do just that. It proved to be a success. And that's how they reached an agreement. No details of that agreement were revealed in court. So, in her conservator petition to the court last year, Cher said that Elijah's past drug addiction plus mental and physical health issues made him unable to manage the $120,000 a year he gets from a trust fund set up for him by his dad. And Cher said that she feared he would spend his $30,000 quarterly payouts on drugs, putting his life in jeopardy. But Elijah said she was misguided and unfit to control a conservatorship. And he said, in his defense, he said, I have seen her suffer with depression in the past, and I do not believe that she is capable of making appropriate decisions for my estate. And he said that in court documents. I do not need a conservatorship. The only person who can save me from my demons is me, and I'm doing just that. I understand that a conservatorship is appropriate for a person who is substantially unable to manage his own financial resources, of resist fraud or undue influence. And in the months since the petition was filed, I have paid my bills, instructed the trustee of the trust to pay other expenses, released new music on February 8th with my band Dead Sea, and I am in talks regarding other creative projects. I have also retained an accounting firm to assist me in paying my taxes and managing my finances. I am and have been capable of managing my own financial resources and resisting fraud and undue influence. I do not need a conservatorship. So let's see. It does not say if him and his mom are on a path of repairing their relationship, because it looks like they have not had a great relationship over the years, which is just sad. You know, very, very sad. Oh, Kathy said that Mark is working the Bruce Springsteen concert. Lucky him. We're just talking about Bruce. Good for him. So yeah, so hopefully Sharon, her son, at the very least, can just, be mom and son again. That's gotta be so hard, especially, when you go to court with each other. It's gotta be tough. But moving on to Pink Floyd. Oh my gosh, more music possible sales. They are about to sell their catalog to Sony Music for $500 million, which, you know, is that really out of the question here? Talking 500 million. But that would be more than what ZZ Top got. That would be more than, I think, Rod Stewart, too. I don't think Rod Stewart got that much. So, the rights to Pink Floyd's recordings and name/likeness have been the most contentious. This has been going on, I guess, for many, many years, with a reported asking price by Pink Floyd for $500 million dollars for their catalog. And they were close to a deal back in 2022, but oh gosh, the bitter infighting between the band's members, primarily over main songwriter Roger Waters' controversial political statements against Israel and Ukraine and in favor of Russia, have complicated the deal enormously and scared off a number of suitors. Can't you just be quiet until the deal is done? Like, just get it done. You all clearly want to sell the catalog, then just be quiet, sell it, and then yell at each other. Like, why would you do that? I don't get it. I don't get it. When people do this public fighting, it's just, but you want something. You want something at the end of the day, but you're not willing to bend. You got to bend. There's always got to be a bend, but they're not bending, clearly. So, Variety sources say that Sony Music, which has spent more than $1 billion on many, many catalogs, they got Bruce Springsteen's, Bob Dylan's, Queen's. Like, Queen was I think Queen's one of the the biggest one now. Well, they're in advanced talks to acquire Pink Floyd's music rights for between $400 and $500 million. So it sounds like they can get their price. They can get what they want. And Sony, I guess, is willing to listen to the arguing. And the deal specifics, they're not clear. Reps for the group and for Sony are not responding to requests for comment. And if the price is on the high end, as reported by Financial Times, that means Waters' comments have had little impact on the price tag. If the low end, as reported by Music Business Worldwide, it means he has devalued the catalog by as much as 20%. And other potential suitors were said to be underwhelmed with the catalog's annual earnings. Yeah, I mean, okay, Pink Floyd is Pink Floyd. They're huge, right? But when do you hear about anything Pink Floyd today? You don't. Their music isn't really used for a lot of things. It's not pushed out for commercials, movies, TV shows. You don't really, oh, I got to use Pink Floyd. I got to use The Wall for something. Like, no, you just don't hear that. So I don't know. I feel like them getting a lot more than ZZ Top is kind of crazy. Like, a lot more. Waters and David Gilmour have been fighting for decades, taking public potshots at each other while recently trying to find enough common ground to close a deal. That's what just shh. Sign the paper and then go your own way. Like Fleetwood Mac said, go your own way. Go. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Tomorrow could be all done, and then you're done. You got your money, you got your check, move on. So Sony has never officially confirmed any catalog deals. But if the news comes out that the deal has closed, so I guess they wait until everything's done, the company will probably face a firestorm of criticism for paying such a hefty sum to Waters, who has vehemently denied that he is anti-Semitic, but has been quite unambiguous about his fierce criticism of governments of Israel, Ukraine, and the United States, and his strong statements in support of Russia and Vladimir Putin. Yikes-a-moony. Oh my gosh. I'm not even going to read that next sentence about what Waters is in favor of, because that's not good. Gilmore recently told Rolling Stone that he is interested in a sale less for financial reasons than to be rid of the decision making and the arguments that are involved with keeping it going, which he described as my dream. That's it. And I'm talking about the Real Housewives, right? They're getting paid to argue with each other. Like, why? Especially when, let's face it, they're in their elder years. Why? You want to be happy. You want it to, I like this. I mean, again, a little bit of drama here and there, but as long as it's not bad drama is okay. But you just want to be happy and smile. That's it. That's all. I think that's what most of us want. Some people like the drama. Let's be real. Some people are okay with it. Me, I just want to be happy. I want to laugh. I want to sing in the shower. I just want to have fun. But some days it's really hard to just have fun. It just it just is. We're having fun now, which is good. It's a good thing. And let's see, last year the deal was basically dead because the surviving band members couldn't get along. So there you go. So Sony Music might pay their asking price, which is, whatever. I guess if they have plans to do certain things with the catalog, then that's what it is. Carol Jean, you didn't miss much. What did you miss? You didn't miss anything. You're here, and that's great. Thank you for coming back. So Kathy said, I think Lindsay or Stevie was dropping a hint to each other with "You can go your own way." Probs, probably. Maureen Fuller from Schenectady. Everyone say hi to Maureen Fuller from Schenectady. Hey, Kiki and everyone, just popping on here for a little bit, getting ready to meet some friends out. How fun. You're fun. You should live in Rhode Island. That's so fun. And Deej, what is going on, girl? What's going on? Ladies are so cute. I love you, ladies. All right. I know you guys don't care about J-Lo, as our conversation went a couple of weeks ago, and Al just kept saying he didn't care, which is fine. But you know what? I care. And I think there might be one of you, maybe one, maybe half. Who cares? Well, J-Lo and Ben split, right? They're done. Gonzo. And then she wore, I don't know, not too long ago, a revenge dress. I didn't think it was very revengeful. Let me see if I can. To me, it was like, it's not really revengeful. Revenge dress. Like revenge for who? What's the revenge about? Let me show you. So we're gonna let's blow that up. Um she was nearly naked at the premiere of her and Ben did a movie. Yeah, see, like to me, that's not really revengeful. Like I no, I'm not really like, do you feel revenged? I don't think so. Where is it? There it is. It's right over here. You know what I mean? Okay, so you're showing a little boob, a little bum. So what? It's not what is really shocking anymore? And if someone were to just walk naked on the red carpet, I don't even know if people would be that shocked. I mean, it's just like this is what it is now. You know what I mean? And if she really wanted to be revengeful, like, I wouldn't have had anything there. Like, I would have just maybe just not even barely covered up the boobage. You wanna be revengeful, don't wear any like, just wear a couple of bows like you did on the side there. Just put some bow things. Like the green dress, Sue and I were talking about that last night. She should have worn the green dress that she wore with Diddy or whoever back in the day. She's been with so many, I can't keep track. So that's not really revengeful. And she potentially is trying to purchase a home near Diddy's house, which is weird. It's actually right next to Diddy's and it's not a house, it's a mansion. And J-Lo and Diddy dated from 1999 to 2001, but there's so many problems lately because he had his home raided, yada, yada, yada. And let's see, she is actually in very deep negotiations to buy the 30,000 square foot mansion for $61 million, but she might pay more. Who knows? She could. Imagine paying $61 million for a house. And then Diddy, he listed his mansion for $61 million 6 months after it was raided by the feds. I don't know. So is J-Lo paying $61 million? I don't know. I guess that neighborhood commands $61 million, I guess. And his mansion is in one of the most spectacular and beautiful areas, and it has 10 bedrooms, 13 bathrooms, and is 17,000 square feet. He's going to make a huge profit if he sells it even close to the asking price, because he paid $39 million for it in 2014. So that's a pretty good deal. But then, like, the real estate commission will be pretty good on that too. And it was raided by federal agents back in July. That feels like a lifetime ago. I don't know what's going on with that, but there's a whole bunch there. So imagine that. Deej, thank you. Thank you for being a member. I totally appreciate it. Look at you. Look at you. Thank you so much. And honestly, guys, I don't really I don't. I don't do anything for the membership. It's just, honestly, it is just to support this channel, help to keep the radio station on the air, and that's it. Like, I can't do anything. Like, I can't give you gifts and stuff like that. But you supporting us is so appreciated, and we love being here on Friday nights with you guys, sometimes Saturdays if we have to. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We really appreciate it. It is something. It is something, Deej. We greatly appreciate it. Again, if it wasn't for you guys, we couldn't be here and we could not be on the air at Kiki.fm. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And also, Al is playing the brand new Eddie Money song, Stay With Me. It is going to be played every single hour on the hour throughout this weekend in honor of Eddie's 5th anniversary of his passing. So check it out. It's a song Eddie never got to hear finished, and it'll give you chills. It really will.
It's a great song.
It is.
It's great.
It is. We love Eddie. We love the Money family.
I've been privately talking to Lori and Linda from Foghat, and Lori can't go on today. Very emotional day for her.
Yeah.
And they've been listening to the station, and thousands are listening right now. You get a chance to listen to the song. It's pretty darn good,
It's
isn't
great. It's great.
it? And Stay With Me.
Yep. And the Money family, just amazing. Just amazing. And other friends of ours, I could not believe it. No, I could believe it, because I'm like, I knew this was going. I did. I knew it was going to happen. Foghat's album, Sonic Mojo, is nominated for a Grammy in the Contemporary Blues Album category. Like, how amazing is this for Foghat? They work so hard. These guys, these gentlemen, along with Linda Earl, Roger Earl's wonderful wife, who manages these guys, gets them where they need to go, does pretty much everything behind the scenes. They work so hard, and I am just over the moon excited for these people. They deserve it. It's wonderful. But, like, literally when I heard it, I was like, yes, that's awesome. But then on the other hand, I'm going, of course they're nominated for a Grammy. The album is great. Driving On, let's go. Great song. You got to check that one out. Check out the album. If Foghat is coming to a city near you, please go and see them. Unbelievably fun show always. Their fans are constantly they rock out from beginning to end. Foghat puts on a great show, and these guys are just happy. They're just happy to be on the stage doing what they do. They love their fans and they love what they do. So their new album, Their first album in 7 years, Sonic Mojo, it's been submitted for a Grammy Award nomination. And Foghat said, "We are absolutely blown away to announce that Sonic Mojo has been submitted for a Grammy nomination in the Contemporary Blues Album category. We're in some pretty heavy company. Wow, this has never happened to us before. So to say we are thrilled and honored is an understatement. Voting for the nominations takes place in early October, and the nominees will be announced in early November. So fingers crossed, wish us luck. Thank you so much from Roger, Brian, Scott, and Rodney, and of course, the amazing Linda Earl. So keep your fingers, toes, everything crossed for Foghat. This is just incredible, and they have to make history and do this. They got it. They even just to get nominated is absolutely incredible. So I'm saying lots of prayers for the Foghat family. I will tell you that. And oh, you got to check out Sonic Mojo. It's a great, great album. All right, so let's move on to the next story. Let's see what's going on here. Like I said, there's a lot. I still, oh my goodness. Okay, so what is this now? This is about, oh, Herbie Flowers. So, Herbie Flowers. He toured with David Bowie, T Rex. He was the sliding line on Lou Reed's Walk on the Wild Side. And let's see. His iconic bass line on Walk on the Wild Side is known the world over, adding a touch of class to one of the darkest pop songs ever written. That song is pretty dark. Never really thought of it that way, but it is. And he once said, "I played that on my old English Pine double bass and my Fender Jazz. There was no inspiration, just a bar of C and a bar of F going round and round. I'd put double bass on the bottom end, playing the bottom note, and then I asked to put bass guitar above because I wanted to try something else. But I'm sick of people saying, 'Walk on the Wild Side. It's a classic. You must be rolling in it.'" He said, "I got paid 12 euros. And Bowie, who was voted producer of the year, didn't even show up until all the tracks were down. That's good production, isn't it? Phone some clever people up, stay out of the way, then collect the award. It was just a lucky thing. I got paid 12 euros for the session. End of story." That's crazy. That is crazy. Imagine that big, big song and you get paid, well, what is that, like $20 in US dollars? That's nuts. So anyway, let's see. Okay, Bon Jovi. I'm sure you guys heard about this, and I have not read this yet. I don't know anything about it. I just saw the headline. So I guess John Bon Jovi saved a woman, and she was on. Are you kidding me? I can't with these articles that don't let me read them because they make me pay. When I walk, I can't. All right, hold on. John Bon Jovi bridge. Imagine that, though. All right. Thank you, BBC. You're great. So, John Bon Jovi has been praised by police for helping a woman in distress who was on the ledge of a bridge in Nashville, Tennessee this past Tuesday night. Again, I saw this headline. I'm like, what the? So the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department shared a video of the Bon Jovi frontman and his team who were at the John Siegenthaler pedestrian bridge when the woman was standing precariously over the Cumberland River. Bon Jovi, who was 62, and others talked to the woman and helped her come back on the bridge. And Chief John Drake said, "It takes all of us to help keep each other safe." Bon Jovi appeared to be in Nashville shooting a music video on the bridge. That's crazy. So he's shooting a music video and then someone's trying to jump. So, in the video released by police, a woman in blue can be seen holding onto the railing while standing on the ledge. Other people passing her, and slightly further down the bridge, Bon Jovi's team appears to be setting up camera equipment. That's crazy. That is crazy. Bon Jovi walks over to the woman with someone else as his team stand further away. Like, how did they know? So John then can be seen waving hello at her and leaning on the railing near her. After about a minute, Bon Jovi walks to the woman, and with the help of another woman, the pair get her back onto the pedestrian walkway on the bridge. Other people walk over after the woman is safe, and Bon Jovi embraces her in a hug. Oh my gosh. Wow. And a few minutes later, the police footage shows Bon Jovi leaving the bridge with her. A shout out to John Bon Jovi and his team for helping a woman on the Siegenthaler pedestrian bridge on Tuesday night, and that was from the Metro Nashville Police Department. Bon Jovi helped persuade her to come off the ledge over the Cumberland River to safety because he was recording and shooting a video. That is like, if that wasn't a meant to be moment for him to be there and for her to be there, that's just, oh my gosh. That's crazy. Let's see if there's any other info about it. No, I don't. Okay. So she had her arms wrapped around the railing when John went over to her with a member of his team who were walking along the bridge. Let me see if I can share this with you guys. Hold on. Let me see if it plays. Share it. Now I can't hear it, so you have to tell me if there's probably no sound anyway, I'm thinking. All right, let's see. I'm going to share this. Okay. There. There. Okay. I'm just going to roll it. I have no idea if you can hear anything. So there's John right there. Oh, and there's the woman. Oh my God. Wow. How scary is that? Wow. Oh my God. Like you're literally watching him save her life right now. And then there are people just, driving by. But how would you know? Like, if you really weren't paying attention, how would you know? Wow. Well, good for John Bon Jovi. That's just wonderful. And I can't even imagine what he feels like, you know? I just can't even the emotions he must have. Wow. Wow. So, you know what? Good for you. Good for you, John Bon Jovi. We love you even more now. Okay, and in other news, so there was like a whole bunch of stuff going on the other day. Pete Evick of Bret Michaels' band, he put out this whole huge statement on social media. He is actually Bret Michaels' music director and guitar player. He's been with Bret for 21 years. You always see him at every single one of Bret's shows. I guess Ricky Rocket had made a comment that Bret doesn't want to tour with Poison next year. So everybody went crazy. They were going lunatic on social media. So let's see. On September 10th, Ricky went on his Facebook page to write, I keep getting asked multiple times a day, why isn't Poison touring in 2025 now? Super simple answer, Brett doesn't want to. The following day, Ricky clarified, people, I never said that Brett is canceling the 2025 tour. It didn't get booked. I said the reason Poison isn't touring in 2025 is because Brett doesn't want to. Doesn't matter what the reason for him is as far as what I said. I'm simply telling you why so that Cece, Bobby, or myself don't get blamed. It isn't dirt. It isn't a fight. Just the facts, ma'am. Surmise what you want from it. You will anyway. Oh, so that started like a whole thing, like a whole backlash of stuff. So that same day, September 10th, Pete went on his personal Facebook page and he wrote this really long public post. And let me go ahead and let me find that. I'm probably gonna have to put my glasses on because it's ridiculous. I mean, this is much smaller than that. Yeah, it was pretty. I don't even think I'll read the whole thing. Let's see. Did he put it on here? Maybe he put it on Facebook. Yeah, it was on Facebook. Let's see. Sorry for the quiet. I apologize. Okay. So, okay, here we go. Got it. I'm going to put my glasses on. Here are my glasses. Okay. So, this was 2 days ago, and it says, hi. This is a post about Ricky Rocket's post. Me posting this may cost me my gig. This post is going to be long. I decided not to spam Ricky's page and start a bunch of shh. I'm not upset with Ricky. That's not what this post is about. The fact is, Ricky's post is 100% true. However, what I am going to address are some of the things that fans are saying that are so ridiculous that I just have to state a few facts. I trust that anyone that reads this will direct people they think should see this to this post. Before I start, if for some reason you don't know, I have been Brett's solo music director, guitarist for 21 years. I also consider him one of the best friends I've ever had. Also, I want to make it very clear that I am a huge Poison fan. I'm not a hired gun. I don't go looking for the next big gig. I had and still have a career outside of Brett with my own band, Evic. Oh, dude, where'd it go now? All right, here it is. I don't know. I touched something and then it went away. Okay. We've had record deals. We've toured the world. We've had radio singles and videos long before I knew Brett. I played Poison songs in talent shows. Okay. So we'll go down to here. First and foremost, I wonder, instead of making all these crazy assumptions, does anyone maybe want to know why Brett doesn't want to tour with Poison next year? I've stood on stage with him every night and he has never said 2025. He has consistently said 2026. It's their 40th anniversary, and he, along with some of our the management team, are actively planning the 2026 tour right now. Second, he does have some serious health issues that must be addressed and taken care of. In fact, I've urged him to cancel the rest of this year to do so. The rest of why he doesn't want to is his story to tell, but let me tell you something you are all very off base about. I see many of you talking about money and saying some other insulting and stupid things about both Brett and the other guys. Poison's publishing is split 4 ways. This is actually pretty interesting, so I will read this. They all get an equal cut when it comes to the catalog. My point. Not one of those 4 guys have to do this. The money every Rose has made alone should have set their kids up. If for some reason any member of that band needs to tour, well, they're the worst money managers in the world. Next, the comment about Brett having to split the touring money equally with Poison versus taking a bigger cut with the solo band is not true. And unfortunately, while we all have fantasies of brothers and bands splitting it equal, it's just not reality. That's true. It doesn't happen that way most of the time. Who split everything equally? I don't know. It'll come to me. Brett makes a certain amount of money himself, both in Poison and the solo band, that is irrelevant to any guarantees or what any member of either band gets. It's not an equal split in Poison or the solo band. Also, many statements about paying the solo band peanuts is dumb. Please consider this. I have been in this band 21 years. I live in Northern Virginia, one of the top 3 most expensive places in the country. In the last 20 years, I've raised 2 children and given them everything they ever wanted: brand new cars, MacBook Pros, every version of the iPhone they've ever asked for, beach vacations, trips across the country, on and on and on. I always have a brand new or close to brand new vehicle of my choice and a guitar collection that grows and grows, as well as an ever evolving state of the art audio and video studio. I could not have that if he paid me peanuts. I also have a pension plan, insurance, a certain level of other expenses paid for, at a big year end bonus every single year for 21 years. Sweet. I want to be in the Brett Michaels band. That's what I want to do. I want to work for Brett. I'll work for you, Brett. I'll do stuff. I'm a hard worker. I'm just saying. My point, none of this is about the money. That is a fact. Capital. They're all capital. Some of you have made comments about the solo band playing lesser size or less prestigious venues. Unless you have been under a rock for the last few years, you would know that the solo band has been playing the exact same Live Nation venues that Poison will be playing. Very true. Brett created a brand and a concept with Party Gras. His hopes are to eventually have it be an entity that carries on without him even being there. And he is working tirelessly on this. Party Gras is great, by the way. I'm just saying, like, you got to go. If you haven't been to a Party Gras show, well, kashami on you because it's too fun. And Brett and everybody makes it. Lou Graham actually just put a video out today on his Instagram. He said, "Thanks for, like, just having me, and it's been so much fun playing with you guys." Like, I'm telling you, Party Gras, I can't even imagine what it's like backstage. It must be a hoot. Anyway, even though we play the same songs as Poison, they are reimagined and performed different than Poison plays them. So true. Brett loves Southern rock and country, and our versions are very much more Southern with slower tempos, tons of B3 organs, 5 additional background vocals, 2 female, 2 guitars. Not that the Poison songs aren't great as they are perfect, but Brett likes both versions. Someone said Brett can't hit the high notes anymore, and that's BS because, first of all, that dude is out there, I'm telling you, flipping around, spinning, just sweating like I think I even got a little spot of his sweat on me, and I didn't wash that area for a long time. Um, are you listening to the same guy? First off, he never sang out of his range. He was never Jeff Tate, and he sounds as good today as he ever did. He's so good. You guys know I love Brett. He's my Bretty. I'm just saying. Many people said, why doesn't the band play without him? Brett actually encourages this. He does it. Why shouldn't they? And he loves Brandon Gibbs. Brandon filled in for me in the solo band in the past. There was a comment, if the fans don't support the solo band, Brett would have to come back to Poison. Not true. Brett does not have to do anything ever. That's true. I would think he set himself up. He doesn't have to do this. He doesn't have to tour. The guy's like, Brett's done a lot. And he's a smart dude. He was on Celebrity Apprentice, okay? Just saying. So Brett's children's children will never have to do anything. The amount of money he has is astonishing. He does things solely for the love of doing them. I believe that wholeheartedly. There is so much else I'd like to say in defense of my friend, but I'll leave it with this. Why doesn't Brett want to tour with Poison next year? Why not ask him instead of making up these crazy ideas? Imagine if he read these horrible things. Why would he want to come out and play with fans like that who needs enemies? Brett loves you guys. He's given his life for you guys. He sacrifices his own health to bring you guys fun. That's true. And happiness with Poison and everything else he does. So Brett actually put out a response too because of what everybody was saying. Everybody was talking a lot of smack. I'm like, dude, don't talk smack about Bretty. My Bretty. Don't how could anybody say anything bad about Brett? Like he's just here we go. He's just a fun guy. He's like a mushroom. He's a fun guy. Fun guy. Stop. I went there. Anyway, this is what Brett said yesterday. To clear the air of any confusion, I just want to clarify to all the amazing family, friends, and fans who I remain forever grateful for. So it's okay, Brett. You're welcome. That it's no secret I have stated previously that in 2025 I'm planning to perform limited shows to focus primarily on health, starting with my diabetes which needs a tune-up, not to mention a little R&R as everyone knows my tireless work ethic and passion for performing music as well as some much needed personal family time. Like I recently stated, I'm like a classic muscle car. Vroom vroom baby. Still fast and still fun to drive. Just need a little more maintenance. LOL. Oh my God, he's so cute. He's so punny. However, in 2026, I'm excited to say that it will be Poison's 40th anniversary since the release of Look What the Cat Dragged in 1986. So it would make perfect sense to have the possibility of a reunion in 2026. In my opinion, it would be the perfect 40th anniversary tour with 40 awesome limited dates to go out, play real live hit songs, and rock the world. For example, in 2018, Poison headlined and rocked. And in 2022, 4 years later, Poison joined Def Leppard, Motley Crue, Joan Jett, and Classless Act and rocked the stadium tour. And now, 4 years after that, Poison hopefully will continue to rock the world in a 2026 headlining tour. Although, again, none of this is confirmed and it takes much coordination and planning to have a successful tour, good things happen in fours for Poison. 4 original band members, 40th anniversary, 40 limited dates, Party Gras 4.0, and may the fours be with you. To all the incredible fans, thank you for continuing to rock the world, not only with Bret Michaels' Party Gras, currently touring, but also with Poison. I appreciate you letting me take a minute to clear any confusion. Stay tuned and have an awesome day because that is what Bret Michaels does. He's a nice dude. He is just a cool cookie, man. I mean, how anyone can bash that guy is beyond me. Why am I itchy right there? I don't know, but I am. I just don't get it. I mean, Brett, he has had medical issues and he's taken, if he's had to take a day off or whatever, he bounces right back and he comes right back and he performs for everybody. So I don't know. I guess a lot of people were just talking wicked smack and please get out of here. Lady Gaga. I like it. I'm just going to call her that. So anyway, on to this story. I've read nothing about it. I just saw the headline. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's dig in, shall we? Dave Grohl of the Foo Fighters. So let's go over here. Is this the one? I want to start with this one first. So Dave Grohl now has a baby. And like you go, that's great. Congratulations to Dave. And, Whoever had the baby, congratulations to her, and I hope the baby's, like, awesome, and we all hope the baby's awesome. We hope the mom's okay. But the problem is he was married. He is married. So, he had the baby while he was married, but no one knew about the baby. His wife didn't know about the baby either, allegedly. Allegedly. This is all I know. This is all I know, so let's dig in. So, the woman he had the relationship with works in the adult film industry. Yeah. See, I didn't know. So he cheated on his wife, Jordan Bloom, who is absolutely stunning, by the way. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And had a baby with his mistress. Now, let's see. This all just came out a couple of days ago. Dave Grohl is 55. He had started this relationship with Annalise Nielsen. She's 40. They've had, I guess, a relationship for many years, and her ex-roommate saw them canoodling in 2018. So it's 2024. That's 6 years ago. And Tyler Ammons, who's the friend, not really a friend anymore because he ratted her out. See, those snitches always comes back and bites you. It's going to bite you, Tyler. So he told the news team or whoever, he thought it was very weird when he saw them canoodling on the couch. He didn't say canoodling. I just like that word. I think canoodling is a great word, and I think we should all be using it more frequently on a daily basis. And Tyler said he knew when he walked in there was something going on, some canoodling business. He felt uncomfortable knowing that Dave had family and children. So Tyler, he walked in, he saw the whatever was happening between the two when he left. Now, Tyler lived with Nielsen in Highland Park, California, and Dave would be there often hanging out. Like the whole time they lived together, Dave was around. I sound like a chipmunk. Tisk, tisk, tisk. And Tyler went on to say she would leave and go see him, and she was going to go on tour with them in 2019. What? Go on tour? Somebody would find out. Oh my God, I spit. Like, I'm so upset right now. And of course, Page Six reached out to Dave Grohl's reps, but they haven't responded. Of course, they're not responding. They're not going to talk to anybody. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they've been together for a while. They're not going to say nothing. So her name is Lara Nielsen. That's her real name. And she didn't deny anything about her relationship with Dave. She said, though, that they just had a brief friendship, a canoodleship. I'm telling you, man, we got to go with the canoodling. And she is the founder of a website called God's Girls. And it's a website featuring tattoo models. She has a lot of tattoos herself. And she is called the Alt Porn Goddess. What does that mean? Alternative? I don't know how alternative this is, but okay. And she met Dave through friends of friends. Okay. And someone else, another snitch, told news people, whoever they were, that Lara would be very proud of the fact that she was goofing around with Mr. Grohl. And she would tell a lot of people, she'd be like, yeah, that Foo Fighters man, he's my man. He's my side piece. He's my boy. He's my canoodly. And she had pictures. She had a relationship with him for years. She would say he paid for all my bills. And then the person said to her, the secret source said, "Well, why are you telling us all of this? Because we're clearly going to tell people. We're going to snitch you out. We're not going to keep this a secret." And they were just together a lot. Like this article just goes on and on from page6.com. They were just look at his wife. Like she's gorgeous. And just because someone is pretty doesn't mean that they're a good person, but I feel like she's probably a good person cuz her and Dave were together a long time. I don't know how long, but look at Dave's wife. Come on. Come on. Cut it. All right. So, let's see. All right. So, but Lara denied that she's the woman in this cheating scandal. So, like, she would tell people she was dating him, but then she's like, everything's coming out now. And she's like, no, it's not me. So, earlier this week, Dave went on Instagram and revealed that he had become the father of a new baby daughter born outside of his marriage. Oh, shut up. See, I didn't read that. Oh, girl, let's go over. Let's put the glasses back on. Let's see what Dave said. Oh boy. Dude, I didn't know that. You gotta look that up, man. All right. And I'm not reveling in anyone's pain here. I don't like that. But I do I do want to know what's going on. Just because. All right. Oh, he took it down. It's not here. It's not on Instagram. Nope. What the Oh, it's not because it's not the real Dave. All right, so unfollow. Let's do this one. Oh my gosh, who is he on Instagram? I don't know. This one? Okay, here we go. Okay, here it is. Found it. I'm sweating like you have no idea. Like my underarms are soaking wet right now. Probably because I'm so nervous for Dave. But anyway, here's what it says. His post said, "I've recently become the father of a new baby daughter born outside of my marriage. I plan to be a loving and supportive parent to her. I love my wife and my children, and I'm doing everything I can to regain their trust and earn their forgiveness. We're grateful for your consideration toward all the children involved as we move forward together." I mean, here's the thing. If you're asking for privacy, you're not going to get it because you're Dave Grohl, lead singer of the Foo Fighters. You just, it's not going to happen. People are going to talk about it because this is kind of a big deal. He's been married to his wife since 2003. They have 3 daughters. And he said, "I love my wife and I love my children." He's doing everything to regain their trust. Now, like, so did they know about this a while ago or did they find out about it when he released? They had to know. It probably was his wife found out. He had to tell her, "Listen, my side piece had a baby." So he had to tell her because it was going to come out anyway. And then she said, "Okay, well, you have to go on social media and you have to tell everybody what you did." So Dave did go on to say he's going to work on his marriage. He's prepared for the worst and he's already hired a divorce lawyer. Good idea. And Bloom has not yet commented on her husband's scandalous admission or her plans for her relationship, but she was recently seen without her wedding ring. And I guess his wife, she's an ex MTV producer. She is leaning on her good friend Kate Hudson for support. Mm-mm-mm. Now, Dave's daughter, Violet, she actually took her Instagram account down and she's pretty upset about what her dad did. So he has his daughter Violet and 2 other daughters, Ophelia and Harper. And Ophelia is only 10, Harper is 15. So he's been married to his wife, Jordan, for 23 years. And back in 2023 at the Glastonbury Festival, Violet was on stage and said, "My favorite." Oh, he said about his daughter Violet, "My favorite singer in the world. This is a song I wrote for my mother, Violet's grandmother. This is Show Me How." And then he yelled, "That's my girl." They did a duet together. And then he said, "I love it when you're on stage with your daughter and you hit a bad note." And they just walked the red carpet in 2023 with his wife and daughters together. So that had to, boy, that had to be a blow to the family. I can't even imagine, especially if it was a complete secret. I mean, if no one knew about it and he just had to tell her, "Listen, this is what happened. I got to go to the hospital. My girlfriend's having a baby." Like, what? How do you even respond to that? So, some of his followers are having a really tough time with this. He's making legal moves behind the scenes. And like I said, he's already hired a divorce lawyer. There's lots of hurt feelings in his family, clearly. And it says, this is from Yahoo Entertainment: Grohl's history with infidelity is sadly not a recent development, because he revealed to The Guardian in 2007 that his first marriage to Jennifer Youngblood ended because of his cheating ways, and ex-girlfriend Tina Bassick chronicled his affairs in her 2003 book, my apologies, Pretty Good for a Girl, the autobiography of a snowboarding pioneer. I don't know how anyone in his profession can have a normal relationship with a girlfriend, or two, as it turned out. I found out secondhand through the grapevine when it seemed like everyone else in the world knew about it but me. Oh my gosh. But his family's devastated. However, crisis management experts are praising him for getting straight to the point with his message. He likely knew that the media and the algorithm was going to be focused on the presidential debate, because he released this information on Tuesday. And the strategist went on to say the best move for any celebrity is just to own the situation themselves. That's very true. Acknowledge it and move on, because people on social media have short memories. But I don't know if people are going to forget about this. So they're saying that no one has really identified his partner, but I mean, it's probably that woman. That's what that's what I'm thinking. Let me just do another quick check here. Oh, and then so this just came out not even 24 hours ago. Dave Grohl has hit back at a woman's claims that she's the mother of his newborn daughter. And shortly after this woman, made this statement, her name is Valerie Grayston, at Valerie Grayston. She has since deleted the photo of a baby holding a mother's hand with a lengthy caption that claimed the infant was Dave's. "My sweet Roxy Junie Grohl, being your mama has already been the most incredible experience of my life," the viral post began. "Every day I fall more in love with you and this new role." And Valerie went on to say that her and Dave have been together for a long time. He was by her side the entire pregnancy. She was grateful for his love and support, and used the hashtag my 20th birthday gift, suggesting she had become pregnant at the age of 19. There's the post, but it's no longer there. And Dave Grohl's rep said that's not true because that's not the mother. So we still don't know who the mom of the baby is, but we can kind of suspect it's that person that we think it is. Yeah. So I don't know what you guys think. Let us know in the comments. Do you look at him any differently? I was talking to my friend Sue about this whole thing last night, and she goes, "You know what? I look at Dave differently now because he has a loving family." You know, again, musicians on the road. I don't know, man. Got to be a hard life. Not one I think I envy. Definitely one we like to watch. We go to a show, we buy a ticket, we watch from afar, but being inside of that life has to be a difficult one. And clearly, Dave, you know, was lonely or something. I'm not making excuses. I don't know Dave Grohl, but congratulations. And I'm glad the baby's healthy and hopefully the baby and the mom are okay. That's all we can hope for. So guys, thank you so much for being here as always. Please download the free app to Kiki.fm, the best classic rock and classic hit station on the planet. I'm not kidding. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Hit the like button, share the video. Go to my other YouTube channel, my newer vlog type channel, a Kiki Room. It's just a personal vlog. That's what I do over there. I just sit, chat, and talk about my life. And that's it. If you like that type of boring thing, go over there and follow my channel there too. But guys, again, thank you so much. You are absolutely the best. You are the greatest. I love you, love you, love you. Mwah. And I will see you soon. Have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy this gorgeous, gorgeous weather. Hopefully, you have some of it too. Bye, guys. I will see you soon.